Hey guys, just want to talk to you about the court cases here really quickly. There's really 5 major court cases that you need to know about. So I'm just going to go through them really quickly, and if you have any questions, you can ask me later. Ask me on Monday. So the first big court case you need to know about is Marbury versus Madison. Okay, in this court case, John Marshall, he was the Chief Justice, which is the top judge of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court case established judicial review, which means it's the very first time that they looked at a law and looked at the Constitution and seen if they match. So this is the first time that the Supreme Court could either declare a law constitutional or unconstitutional. And here's how I want you to remember this. This is all you have to remember for Marbury versus Madison. Marbury versus Madison equals judicial review. Judicial review equals judges review the Constitution. Because what the judges are doing, they're reviewing the Constitution to see if the court case matches the Constitution or if it's unconstitutional. Okay? So, again, remember this. Marbury versus Madison equals judicial review. Judicial review equals judges review the Constitution. 2 court cases here about Native American treatment. In the Cherokee versus Georgia case, the Supreme Court sides in the favor of the Cherokee and says they do not have to move to Oklahoma. But remember, President Jackson, he ignores them and makes them move anyway, which equals the Trail of Tears. Worcester versus Georgia, the Supreme Court decided that Georgia could not make any laws about Indian land because the only ones who should be able to make laws about the Native American land is the national government, not the state governments. So what they were saying pretty much is that Cherokee could stay on their land, but again, Jackson ignores the Supreme Court decision, makes all of the Cherokee move and walk from Georgia to Oklahoma, which is called the Trail of Tears. And the last 2 here. These 2 court cases are about business, okay? About making money. The first one is about the National Bank. In McCulloch versus Maryland, the Supreme Court case stated that Congress could make a bank. Because remember, there was always this big argument about whether the national government had the power to make a bank or not to make a national bank. But the Supreme Court solved the whole argument by saying, yes, Congress can make a bank because it's necessary to run the country. If something is necessary or needed to run the country properly, they call it necessary and proper. So what they're saying is, even if it's not written in the Constitution, but the national government needs something created to run the government and run the country properly, then it's necessary and it's needed and they can do it and it's fine even if it's not written in the Constitution. And the last one here, Gibbons versus Ogden. Now, this was a court case that was these 2 guys arguing about their business. Both guys were from different states and they were arguing about who had the rights to own the business. The Supreme Court case stated that the Congress could make laws about trading and business between the states. So all you have to know about Gibbons versus Ogden is that Congress was given the power to solve problems and solve arguments between 2 states doing business together. Okay? The Congress and the national government was said to be more powerful than the state governments and should be listened to more than the state governments.